Hi, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, as I've been doing lately, I pulled the overall energy to see where spirit is taking us and what guidance we're receiving, what insight and what clarity. So I have today the Ivory Swan Goddess and Sisters of the Star Blossom. And this is what those look like. This is the Ivory Swan Goddess. That's card number 15. 5 and 1 is 6, so we're finding some balance and harmony today. And then Sisters of, don't mind that white on my hand, I polished my nails today, so I got some white polish. I'm not ashy. That's just white polish. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Sisters of the Star Blossom. The Sisters of the Star Blossoms card is card number 27. We're going to get more into this in a minute. I just want to introduce you to the energies that are present with us today. For this reading, you also have the Monterey pine, just like a pine tree. And this is what that looks like. Okay. And then we have the sugar maple, which is a maple tree. And you know the maple trees are those trees that have the beautiful leaves that change colors. Hence why in this picture you can see the orange, the yellow, but they're red and they get brown when they're finishing up in the season. Okay. So, as I'm going into this reading, I want to give you the key words that stood out to me before we dive a little deeper. So, with the Monterey pine here, we have the energy of purpose. Your sacred purpose, dealing with your purpose. So that's one of the key words. With the sugar maple, we have versatility. So there's some versatility within your purpose. Some of you have a lot of versatile gifts that enhance and assist you with your purpose. And then we have the Sisters of the Star Blossom. That's card number 27. That's 9. So certain cycles are ending. Cycles that deal with your purpose. Cycles that deal with you needing to be versatile when it comes to these cycles that are ending. Now, these cycles that are ending are going to be balanced out because card number 15, that's 6, harmony and balance is coming forth. And the key word there has to do with grace, spiritual grace and purity. Okay? So, again, the key words are purpose, versatility, support, and grace. Spiritual grace, purity. Okay? So, what I'm getting is many of you are at a very pivotal phase in your spiritual growth, on your journey. And as you're embarking on this journey, you're now at a point, at a portal, at a doorway, at a threshold, at a gateway, where there is going to be, and this is because cycles are ending. Some of you, these cycles are you've been I heard like a lone rider. You've been doing it in connection, co-creation with the divine, But it's pretty much you being in isolation or solitude with the divine. And the divine is saying most of you have done that. Okay, well, you've been in solitude because for many of you, that's how you thrive. But the versatility is coming up because the divine is asking you to now switch that up a little bit. Now, how are you switching this up? It's because you are support and you have support. What does that mean? With the sisters here, it's a family. Meaning you're coming into joining with your soul family, where you'll be more supported and where you're going to be supporting others. Okay? It's like you've been this Lone Ranger doing it, and the divine is giving you kudos on that, but there's this essence now of being versatile as you are and shifting gears now. As you're shifting gears, this is so that you can connect with others on a deeper level. For some of you, you may have a hesitation towards this. And that's because I'm getting for many of you, you're empaths. So taking on being in groups hasn't always been your strong point, at least up until now. It's not that you can't. It's just that you know how to... You feel stronger when you can, because you can trust yourself. And even if you make a mistake within yourself, you are okay with you making that mistake. But it takes a different kind of essence to allow others to walk in their path and then not be in judgment. There are 4 things, I call them the low foe, the lower 4, the low foe. In the lower 4, these are 4 aspects that are of a lower vibration: fear, guilt, shame, and judgment. The low foe. The lower 4 of these vibrations, you can deal with them when they're in yourself. When you feel shame within yourself, only you can release yourself from it. But shaming another or being in judgment in another, we've all done it. And it's like how... So many of you tend to stay out of bigger groups so that you're not in judgment of others. And you can still assist with the shame and them being vulnerable or whatever in whatever aspects. But how I'm getting this is that you tend to keep down receiving a multitude of energy. The divine is saying you're strong enough. You have the support. You're versatile enough to now enter into certain groups. You know how to set up energetic boundaries. You know how to energetically protect yourself as well. Your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities are needed to step into a higher essence of self. So how I'm getting this is that there's a divine grace here to assist you spiritually as you're growing into this new leadership. I'm getting, for some of you it's leadership, for some of you it's just being within a group setting, like you're connecting with others, collaborating, right? And so with this collaboration, and with the lower 4, the low foe, there's this energy, right? Okay, so many of us who have grown up with in a very religious background. Take this as it resonates. It's not for everyone. If this part of the reading isn't for you, then it's not for you. But this needs to be said for someone who needs it, okay? There are some of us, some of you, and I'm saying us because I also came up in this background, that it was very religious, okay? The part of the religion I'm speaking of is where you deal with this aspect of sin. Take it as it resonates. For some of you, this is going to be about sin. For others of you, if you don't deal with this religious aspect of it and you're more spiritual, or you just don't do the sin thing altogether, it's about unworthiness. Either way, it goes together, because when you feel like you're in sin, you have this feeling of feeling unworthy. You've failed somehow. Okay, sin is quote unquote missing the mark. So you feel unworthy because you've missed some sort of mark. And that's why the ivory swan goddess is here, because it's bringing into this truth, not a belief, but a truth of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul's light. That light that never fades. So the light that never fades, I'm getting like eternal flame here. Eternal flame energy. Okay, so like if you feel like you've missed the mark or you're in sin, then in a Christian aspect, you would repent, ask for forgiveness, and then get back up and continue on your journey. You don't stay stuck in the sin, and you don't constantly repeat the sin. That's for those of you who feel like you've missed the mark in some way, shape, or form, or that you're in sin. For others of you who have felt unworthy, you're being encouraged to know that for whatever reason that you may have feel unworthy, it's time to release that. Release the Lord for the unworthiness, the feelings of unworthiness because of guilt, unworthiness because of shame, unworthiness because of fear, unworthiness because of judgment you've placed on yourself and or that others have placed on you. The truth is, there's a spiritual innocence where your soul is luminous, your soul is pure, and there's an eternal grace. But stepping into this eternal grace calls for radical, can I say it again? Radical, unconditional self-acceptance. How does that work, Tonae? Well, it works because the divine, God, said you are a part, an aspect of Him, her, the divine. Take it as it resonates with you, okay? There are a collective of people that receive these readings. I'm touching on many aspects so that many may receive the word that is necessary to encourage them, to enlighten them, so that they may continue on their journey, okay? Now, with this unconditional self-acceptance, it's about not downplaying your gifts, your skills, your abilities, yourself as a whole, just who you are. If it's on the Christian aspect, it says we all fall short of the glory, right? Let me look that up. Let me say it the right way, because people will be like, you're saying the scriptures and you don't even know how to say it. But we all fall short. We all fall short of the glory of God. This is for those of you who are in that energy and you feel like you're falling short in some way. I just heard for some of you it's because you actually resonate with tarot and you're wondering, how do I resonate with tarot readings when clearly the Bible speaks against this type of thing? But for whatever reason, you find that you resonate with it. That's because it all plays a part. It all does play a part of going within and seeking divine guidance. It plays a part in also healing, ancestral healing. Because for many of us, our emotions feel out of whack when it comes to certain things and falling short of the glory of God, because ancestrally, oh, here we go. Here we go. Ancestrally, for some of us, there was a time where you didn't have a Bible. Yeah, I said it. There was a time where you didn't have a Bible, yet you still connected with the Most High, with nature, with the netters. Things change. Transformations happen. And then our ancestors came into having Bibles. And it's a choice, okay? For those that choose and resonate with that, then you honor it in your way. This is about not judging others, allowing each to have their own path and be divinely supported in their path, and connecting with those that are walking, journeying the same path as you. But not feeling that you're better than, whether you're religious or whether you're spiritual. Yes, it goes both ways. Because you'll have spiritual people that'll say, you that don't have humility, because it's a choice. We're all here, right? We're all taking these choices. Ooh, divine, you're giving me this message. Okay, we're gonna roll with it. Look, I'm gonna just sum it up real quick. Like, we all have our own individual paths. We're all unique. We're going to find our groups that we resonate with. In the essence of finding your group, know that you are divinely supported, whether you are spiritual and you're walking that path, or whether you are religious and you're walking another path. The key to staying out of the lower form is not being in judgment of another. If their path is not your path, it's not your path. Shaming someone else for not being spiritual. Shaming someone else for not being religious or reading your book. How does that help you grow? How does that help them grow? Here we go. At the end of the day, we're all doing what resonates with our soul. So you have to take it as it resonates. Isn't that what we say? You taking it as it resonates for you may not resonate for someone else. The tunes and the music that your soul sings may not be the tune or the music that another sings. All in all, it all is still synergy. Yin and yang, it plays its part. As everything is playing its part, allowing others to walk their path is a miracle, is a part of the miracle. Because you're allowing them to confidently be themselves without you lowering their vibration. Didn't know this was going here today, but here we go. This is going to create ancestral healing. Because some of us choose to honor the ancestors, those that walked before us. Because they laid the groundwork. Now, you're honoring your ancestors, whether you're spiritual or you're religious. How so? Because some of our ancestors were the ones that gave us those Bibles. Of course, some will say it was, I don't want to go there. Some would say it was beat into them and that's why they don't respect it. Some would say it's just the basics, basic instructions before leaving Earth. Some choose not to stay with the basics, so they take another route. You have to use your discernment. You honor your ancestors on a religious aspect because your mothers' did that. Or your fathers' did that. And then there's an aspect of some that say, well, my mother and father did this before that. And so I choose these aspects to resonate with. And these are the ones that choose to take note of the intuitive messages of their soul. Those that are oracles, so they wait for the important information from the spiritual realm before they take action. To grow within their current situations, so that they can unleash all the aspects that are within them. The key to this is being in humility, whether you're spiritual or you're religious. Take it as it resonates. Where you're developing a loving awareness, because love is the highest vibration. We say that for spirituality, and we say that for religion as well. Because God loved you, right? Whew. Miracles. Miracles. Miracles of spiritual grace. Miracles of grace. Grace. Where we're learning to appreciate the talents of ourselves and the talents we see in others. You see, we can find a common ground. There are going to be things we agree to disagree on. But are there things that we also agree on? I can find a few. When it comes to children, whether you're religious or you're spiritual, no one that is of grace, of a spiritual high vibration, wants to see children molested. That's if you're in your right mind, body, spirit. Something we can agree on, right? Not to shame those that have been, or that even do. If you're in the energy of molesting a child, then you need help. But only you could decide that you need that help. No one can force it on you. Many of us are going within now. And this going within is connecting now with others that are going within. And how I'm seeing this is that the lines are going to be blurred. What do you mean, Tonae? What I mean is, for so long, this ABCD is what it took for you to be walking with God. XYZ was what it meant if you were spiritual. In this age of Aquarius, where wisdom is growing, many of us will be able to see the synergy of how things work together and how everything plays a part. Everything has its piece to the puzzle. We'll be coming into connections with the Sisters of the Star Blossom being here. That has to do with the let me say it right. Pleiades. The Seven Sisters, if I'm not mistaken, is a constellation that can actually be seen from Earth. I'm actually going to read that one from the guidebook to bring forth more clarity on that. Yeah, let me do it now while it's actually, give me a second, while it's coming up. Where is it? Okay. So card number 27 here with the Sisters of the Star Blossoms. It says, it is a good time to remember that while we each take our own unique journey back into divine bliss and truth, we have plenty of friends that love us unconditionally and wish to help us find the way home with the least suffering and the greatest joy. When we allow trying to get it to come in clear. When we allow ourselves to be helped, we help others too. It is a spiral of support and love that is wishing to connect more so with you now. Group energy is powerful. When used consciously, it can help us expand in the way that we were doing any task. Many hands can make light work, as the saying goes. Many hands can make light work. Well, many hands make light work too. Get it? Light work, your light that shines within you, that work. And then any heavy burden, it makes light work of it when you have a group of people working together. Your energy can help nourish and lift the energy of others in a group as you're able to carry a high vibration of love in your heart. The ancient Chinese, over 2,000 years ago, referred to the Pleiades as the star blossoms. These 7 stellar sisters work together as a group, higher consciousness, to radiate great love and light on our planet. And they can assist you now to find the light in the groups within which you share involvement with. That's what I was speaking of. It's like, it's not going to be about, this is where the lines get blurred, because the light, the agreement, the synergy of different groups are coming together, and you'll be able to share involvement, okay? It says it is a service to connect with heart-centered groups that feel good and improve the quality of your life, and to be supported and supporting of such groups. And you are guided to allow this to happen more in your life right now. Solitary practice is an important element of growth and can be extremely powerful, but sometimes group energy is an important element of your spiritual growth as well. And you are encouraged to meditate, to pray, and to chant with groups and communities that resonate with your heart. Sometimes more spiritually advanced souls subconsciously feel that they need to carry the group energy themselves. You're guided to surrender any excessive responsibility, to assume your natural cooperation, and perhaps even authority in the group from a place of love rather than burden, and to allow yourself to be lifted, as well as contributing your light and love to your chosen groups and communities. The Sisters of the Star Blossoms know that group energy is give and take, that when we allow ourselves to thrive, so too can the group gain energy and grow. You're guided now to balance your involvement with group energy so that you have ample time in solitude to know yourself as a unique divine being, and in group energy on the inner planes, calling of your spiritual guidance that loves you unconditionally, and with group energy on the physical plane through groups that nourish you and love you in ways that feels good for you. Okay? And so, all of that to say that we're coming into a time of synergy. Some of you have been working in a very stringent type of mindset. Not so much restrictive, but maybe restrictive. That it had to be done A, B, C to the letter. Many of you are going to find that your soul resonates in different ways with other groups of people. Only do what feels good to you, though. What feels right in your soul. If something doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you. There's no force here. You're being lovingly, guidingly supported to know, and to be unconditionally self-accepting, accepting of yourself. By going with the flow, is not always an easy thing, especially if you've always been known to do things in a certain way. You've only known it that way. So sometimes when we're stepping into unknown territory or lines get blurred, then it's not always so easy to receive that letting go energy. But it's time to fly. Card number 44 here. That's ascended masters. That's sisters of a higher celestial essence coming forward. This time to fly is you appreciating your talents that you have and how you're able to come together with others to express your talents freely so that it elevates yourself and the group. We have stillness here twice. Two different decks. Still speaking about water though. This one's lake and this one's a reflecting pool where you're looking within the water. So I'm getting this is about emotions, not letting your emotions run ahead of you. Getting still so you can hear your emotions. Especially when you're going into a group setting. Are you clear? Taking time to reflect on unconditionally accepting yourself, because that'll make it easier once you're stable within self. When you're calm, when you're still about who you are, then your emotions for empaths and for those that'll just get hype because they're like, my mama them did it like this and this is what the Bible said and blah, 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 blah. Yo. Or for those that are like, you're not spiritual if you don't do this and this is the way you honor the ancestors and you don't have an altar and you don't, like, yo. There are definitely certain foundations that are laid. Some of these foundations are going to be broken up so that stronger foundations can be created. Taking that look within self and tapping into your emotions. I wrote this poem not too long ago and it was called The Ugly Duckling Becoming the Swan. This swan in this picture here brought me back to that. It's like the things that we haven't looked upon, we've kind of just glanced them over. We're going to be taking a deeper look. And this is going to stir up some emotions for many of us. But it's being done so collectively as a group we can elevate. We even have, I just realized this card says the Ivory Swan Goddess. And we have a swan here. This is card number 33. 3 and 3 is 6. 15. 5 and 1 is 6. Bringing balance and harmony back to the things that we've collectively not paid attention to. We gave over our sovereignty to others. Allowed others to make decisions that didn't necessarily benefit the group as a whole. Just 1% of the individuals. These are things that are changing. And we used to say things like it takes a village, right? So I get this energy of coming back together as a village to raise a child. Were we not all children at one time? Don't some of us still say we're still children of the Most High? Are we not children of our ancestors? It takes a village, right? Retreat. Some of you, there's that energy again. you feel alone or like doing it alone is what's best for you, is how you best move. And I'm getting this energy of, yes, take the time you need when you need it for yourself to replenish yourself. But you're being called to now get more into the group, to get into group activity, to share your gifts and your talents, to appreciate your gifts and your talents. For some of you, this could be happening this spring, where you're gonna come alive within self, able to find certain groups that you're connecting with. However this is, you may be joining a group that cleans up pollution. You may be joining spiritual groups that, a lot of people are taking certain things to Patreon and their websites, not putting everything out, so that it is a group that can be more concentrated. Take it as it resonates. Many of you are connecting with the angels and the ascended masters. Card number 44 here. Card number 33 here is also a master member. Because it's time to fly. The wings again. It's time to fly and tap in with the I am. And even in the Bible, it talked about, it said, who was it? Moses said, and what shall I tell them? Who shall I tell them sent me? And he said, I am that I am. Many of you are connecting with your I am presence within you. Because when you speak the words I am, everything you put behind it is what you are becoming. And this is about the becoming. Becoming through using your imagination to seeing things better and better. Using your imagination to see how all things work together. Using your imagination and then speaking from your I am presence. I am able to see a brighter future. For those that are here presently and those that are to come after. I am able to see how all things work together for a higher vibration. If you want to do it in an affirmation, what would it look like if I were able, what would it look like when I use my imagination to see all things coming together? Take it as it resonates. This reading may not resonate for everyone. This is going to be for those who are connected with ascended masters and angels, who have been doing this spiritual work and know, not believe, and know that it is time for elevation, and know that you're a part of that elevation. It's good to have a belief, but a belief leaves room for doubt. When you know that you know that you know. Not this one? Okay. When you know that you know that you know, that's where the healing begins. See? Many of you are connected to light beings. Card number 35 here, that's where that abundance comes from. The abundance of wisdom, the abundance of growth, the abundance of the wisdom that you're connected to star beings and star forces. That it wasn't just about what you read in one manuscript. That manuscript is just a piece of the puzzle. But the cosmos, the sky, is unlimited. Like, we don't know where it ends or where it begins. And that's okay. Like, for real, it is. I mean, they make these, what do they call them? Giant leaps for mankind, where they land on the moon. Take that as it resonates. Or they find another planet, enter into another planet. But there's so much more. We've only heard of 9 planets, and sometimes they take one away. Sometimes Pluto's a planet, and then sometimes it's not. But what's beyond that? What's beyond that? What's beyond? Some of us choose to connect with light beings, and you're not letting others shame you for that. No, you're just allowing, I'm going to do the crystal cards. You're allowing others to walk their path, and then you'll connect with those who you resonate with. But still not projecting, and I heard injecting, like you're injecting it out into the atmosphere, but that's the same like projecting too. Projecting shame, fear, guilt on another, or judgment. You can allow others to walk their path and let them be. With this energy of connecting with the angels and the masters, there's guidance towards the groups that you'll be connecting with, that you'll be led to now come out of your retreat mode, your hermit mode. There'll be times for you to go back in and replenish your energy, or just be the self, because I get this concept that many of you work well like in your solitude. You know how to master, you've mastered that, is what I'm hearing. And so now this energy of working with others, it's going to be a journey for many of you. But I'm hearing a very worthwhile journey. A very important, worthwhile part of the journey for you. So we have some crystals out here. 2 blue crystals that give me the energy of the throat chakra. Many of you are going to be coming into groups where you're speaking, or you're already doing this, or your words are going to be needed in certain groups or certain ways. These 2 blue crystals we have here are the turquoise, do you see that, and the larimar. The turquoise is they are both beautiful sky crystals. So I get this energy of thoughts coming together. But the turquoise is a healing stone, and it's powerful for the throat chakra. Also for the solar plexus and the third eye, okay? And so the turquoise can assist you with calming your mood swings, these emotional things that are going to come up. As you work with groups, especially if you're an empath, you're going to be feeling a lot of emotions. Turquoise can assist you with not allowing your emotions to be pulled or swayed, so that you're not going through mood swings, so that you're able to stay still and calm in your own essence. At the same time, the turquoise is a stone that stimulates romance and love. So love for the group, love within the group, love of being in a group setting. The larimar is also a crystal of the sky, but it mixes with the water energy, so the sea. And it mixes with the water energy with the sea because it's more attuned to the feminine energy. You know, the tides, the moon. The moon deals with our intuition. The moon also pulls the tide. The water within us, the water is our emotions. The feminine aspect of us, whether you're masculine or feminine. But the Larimar does specifically deal with the feminine essence, women. So this stone helps you to restore and connect with the earth goddess energy. It bestows the energy of being able to reach spiritual planes. Again, with connecting with your intuition. The Larimar even assists with connecting to those angelic realms. You see, we have the angels and the ascended masters here. So as you're working with the angels and the ascended masters, the Larimar, this crystal, is one that can assist you in magnifying that energy. You also have the beryl crystal here that came out, and then the strolemite. Now the strolemite, that's an ancient stone, and it reaches deep down to like activate the root chakra. This is where you get to balance out your emotions. Now using the strolemite with the turquoise can definitely strengthen your essence, your energy, so that you're rooted within your essence, within your emotions. Not so many mood swings. I'm getting especially during the full moon. And right now we're actually in a full moon. We're in a full moon of Virgo. And we had the full moon energy come out here with taking note of the intuitive messages that are coming forth for you. Many of you, as you're taking note of these intuitive messages, there's important information that's coming forth for you. This is why, root chakra, you're being encouraged to ground your emotions. There's some messages that are coming forward. Let me check out our tarot before I go on. We have the King of Cups here. We have the Hermit, the Two of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Wands. So the Hermit represents Virgo energy. We're in a Virgo full moon, if I'm not mistaken. And this is where many of you are going within. See, the Hermit has his light. You're going within, taking that time to retreat, but coming back out and letting your light shine with the Sun here, making these plans to make your light shine, so that your light can help others that have feeling hurt, been hurt, but are still a part of the group, still learning, still growing, still evolving. Keeping your emotions in check, King of Cups. Knowing when to show certain emotions, but not being mood swings, so moody. Not being swayed so much by your emotions. And when you feel your emotions falling like a waterfall, you take your time to retreat and you go within. Go within, sit with self, get still, so that you can come back out clear to make the plans that will enlighten you, will shine light on where you're hurt, where your emotions are being swayed, and how you can help others who may be hurt and how their emotions are being swayed as well. Many of you have this gift very easily. You haven't not possibly been exercising it as much because you stayed to yourself, is how I'm getting this. But it's time to allow others to also appreciate your gifts and your talents. Now, the beryl crystal here. The beryl is one of those stones that assist you with this spiritual advancement, where you're letting your light shine. The barrel has the ability, though, to filter out any distractions that are coming up. So these could be emotional distractions where your emotions feel like they're a waterfall, or where you're feeling like you're swayed by them, or you feel moody for whatever reasons. As it's filtering out the distractions, it also strengthens your courage and your initiative to know yourself. Know is a key word. Not believe in yourself, but to know yourself. Beryl is also another crystal that attracts love. It also can assist you in maintaining the love as you're opening your mind more to understanding the love vibration. Okay, and I'm going to wrap this up because my computer just told me that it's about to stop the reading. But many of you are going to get this information that's coming forth in your dreams. The group that makes you feel like home, the ones you're going to resonate with. You're going to get this in your dreams. Card number 3, you've been getting intuitive messages in your dream. Pay attention to your dreams because it's assisting you to grow within your current situations. I think that's everything I wanted to say for today. Remember, always shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars, and to always, always, always allow your light to shine bright. Remember that you are a pure soul, a soul of spiritual innocence, that you have divine grace to assist you with your spiritual growth, and it's time to unconditionally accept yourself. And that has been today's reading. So, always let your light shine bright. Let your light shine bright. Always let your light shine bright. Do what? Let your light shine bright. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises, where we stand on business, baby. And we just took another voyage to the 5D and beyond. Thank you for joining me.